What is going on, folks? Welcome back to episode number 5. We are here again on a Wednesday at the track. I have got about 9 miles of work tonight. It's a pretty good workout, doing 3 rounds of 1200, 800, and 400, each with a 400 in between. Running a 6:30 pace for the 1200s, a 6:15 pace for the 800s, and a 6-minute flat pace for the 400s. I'm all done with the warm-up. It is not raining this week, which is nice. The sun is out, a little bit of clouds, a little gusty, a little breezy, but I'm ready to go. All right, number 1. Something arrived in the mail today. Very exciting. A brand new gravel bike. I did not expect this to show up today. I thought it wouldn't be here for a few days, but apparently it shipped today and arrived today. Well, it is 8 p.m. back from track. Had a really good track workout. 8.5 miles, was able to hold the paces that I wanted pretty much on every round. And now I am home to find out that a new bike has shown up today, which I wasn't expecting to show up, but I am not going to assemble that tonight. That will be tomorrow morning's project. Right now, it's time to get some food and hang out with the family. Good morning. It is Thursday morning. It is 4:45 in the morning, and I have been holding myself back from getting up any earlier than this. Had a hard time sleeping because I've been excited about this box sitting back here and putting this bike together. I'm going to open this thing up, hopefully assemble it fairly quickly. At least looking at Canyon's online video, it looks like it should go together fairly easy. This is the Grail CF SL7AXS. It is one of Canyon's newest gravel bikes with SRAM electronic shifting. So I'm pumped to get this thing put together and out on some trails. This has gone together really easy so far. I have to hand it to Canyon. Their instructions, their assembly videos are incredible, so detailed. Every single step. Right now, I'm about to put on pedals. I ordered some new pedals, some Shimano more mountain bike gravel pedals, and some new gravel shoes from Shimano. But for now, I'm going to use my Look road pedals because I want to take this thing out and ride it this morning. And I believe my pedals and shoes do not arrive until later today. bike is put together and I was going to go for a quick ride this morning, but unfortunately, someone isn't feeling very well. Some earaches, some sore throat, so we're gonna run over and see the doctor real quick before school. But the bike does look good. Checking it out, Maple? I added the bike bag, bike bottle, got my look pedals for now, put on my Garmin. So maybe later this evening when Evelyn is at soccer practice, I'll take it out for a ride. Well, that was a good run, just knocked it out at lunch, 50 minutes, and right before I jumped on the treadmill, I did some rolling and some hip mobility. But now I'm gonna get back to work, and it is super, super windy outside. So hopefully this calms down before this evening so I can take the bike out. I really wanna take the bike out for a test ride. All right, well, I am out on the maiden voyage with the new gravel bike. Dropped my daughter off for soccer. Probably got about an hour or so of light left. So I'm gonna hit some local trails.
I dialed 235, are you alive? How I miss our late night drives in 4-6. How is it that in my mind I flip a switch and 7-2 forgetting you is something I can't seem to do. Even though we were just kids, I close my eyes, I'm waiting for the lightning strike to knock me back to 2005, before you took that cross-country flight, before we said goodbye.
Good morning. It is Friday morning. It is 5:10 in the morning. I'm about to head out to the pool, but last night got done with the bike ride, had a blast. I have not been on the dirt riding a bike in at least 15 years. I got rid of my mountain bike when I first got into Ironman for the fear of getting hurt, breaking a collarbone. My bike was getting old, and I was just putting so much time and effort into Ironman that I just didn't have any time to mountain bike and didn't want to take a chance of getting hurt. But last night, going on some simple dirt trails, a little bit of sand, getting used to the bike sliding around. Actually, I think it's probably going to be great for my handling skills. I just had a blast. It was beautiful. The weather was perfect. The sun was setting, and I'm excited to get back out there. I'm actually thinking I might go out for a little bit this morning after my swim when I get home before I start work. All right, well, that was a good swim. That was 3,800 yards. Did a lot of breast and fly work today, which is not my favorite day. I honestly prefer the longer days, but it's always good to work on technique. Since it's Friday, I'm going to stop at a new little coffee shop that just opened called Little Ox Coffee. All right, change of plans. I decided to run home, change real fast, and run out to the local dirt supply. They supply things like dirt and stone and things like that. Just down the road, they open at 7 o'clock, so I can get over there, get a yard of dirt, which is basically 1 scoop. So then it's in my truck. So this evening, as soon as I'm done working, I can start hauling the dirt back to the garden. All right, well, the workday is done and I have some recruits on the way over to help move some dirt. Well, 1 recruit, I think. Sujin and Justin are headed over. Justin's gonna help me move the dirt from the truck to the back. And right now, before they get here, I'm gonna start trying to move some of the dirt out of the boxes and start rearranging the boxes. Who would have thought 10 minutes into shoveling and it starts to rain. No rain in the forecast. Well, at least I won't be hot.
It's already all wet. Stuff we do for dirt.
Thank you, sir.
You are welcome. Anytime.
A little short on dirt. Gotta go get some more dirt. Well, it is Saturday morning and I am headed out for a bike ride. Didn't get a lot of filming done yesterday. Got to the garden and got a lot of dirt done. Gotta say thank you to Justin, or Now in Search Of, who helped me unload all of the dirt out of the truck. He basically did all of the unloading of the dirt out of the truck while I shoveled all of the dirt that was in the garden boxes out and into the new location of where the garden boxes are at. We ended up adding an extra garden box because there are 27 tomatoes, and we want to do some zucchini, some eggplant, and some beans this year. So we need a little more room, but I really appreciate him coming over and helping out. It did rain just for a little while, enough to cool us off, not enough to make the dirt super wet. But by the time I got done with that, it didn't actually take as long as I thought, but by the time I got done with that, kids were coming home. I started editing this video and spent the rest of the day relaxing. Now, unfortunately, I ran out of dirt. I needed a little bit more, so I am going to go back this afternoon as soon as I'm done cycling and running and get 1 more half scoop of dirt, fill in the last of the beds, and do a little leveling in areas that are a little low. This morning, I have a 2.5 to 3 hour ride. I'm gonna get some hills in there because I am getting ready to ride the bike portion of a relay team for Oceanside, 70.3 Oceanside. So I just want to get a little extra hill training in there. But while I'm out on the ride, I figured I would talk about the new Ironman rules for 2024. There have been some changes, some modifications, things like that. Maybe you've heard about them. I'm sure we will talk about them in way more detail on the OCE podcast. But I figured I'd at least give you guys some heads up just in case you haven't heard about them. And if you are doing any of these, you can do a little research on them to make sure you do not get a time penalty or disqualified. Good morning.
Good morning.
What is going on?
Nothing. I'm trying out my new Suarez bib today.
Whoa.
And undershirt.
How do you say it?
Suarez.
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 I don't know if you're rolling that R correctly.
Suarez.
Yes.
There you go. It's
yes.
Colombian.
Yeah, Colombian.
Yeah, it is.
Nice.
It was shipped from Colombia. They don't sell it here. I know. Fun fact.
I'm about to pull my bike out and get ready, so I thought we'd talk about one of the rule changes or clarifications. Last year, I don't know if you guys remember Zippergate at 70.3 Main. Matt Sharp came across the finish line with his kit unzipped, and it wasn't attached at the bottom. It was a jacket style kit, so it was open, and that was a DQ. He actually was disqualified from the race, lost the podium, all because his kit was not zipped. Well, they've made a change to that, and I guess a clarification. You cannot have your kit detached at the bottom, unzipped fully, or you cannot have your kit off of your shoulders. So if your shoulders are exposed, it is no longer a DQ, but it is a 30 to 60 second penalty. I don't know why there's variation between 30 and 60 seconds, if that's assessed by the referee and maybe it's to do with severity or when it happens, but I'm gonna look into what that variation or time difference could be. But just remember, if you are out there, even at Oceanside last year, I saw volunteers yelling at a ton of guys who had their kits fully unzipped in the front. Make sure you keep it attached at least at the bottom a little bit. All right, quick little pit stop for a restroom break. But let's talk about the next rule, which is now illegal, which is something that has come up in the last year or so. It is the bottle down the front of the kit, which I did in Finland. I did actually take a 1.5 liter empty water bottle and put it inside of my kit during the ride portion of the race. That is now illegal and will get you disqualified. All right, well, we made it to the end of the river trail. About to head up and climb some of these hills behind me. But while I wait for everyone, let's talk about the third rule, and that has to do with aerodynamics and changes they are making to attaching parts to your bike. So things like attaching parts, printed pieces, bearings, things like that to increase your aerodynamics, such as Sam Laidlow, I believe it was Sam Laidlow, was using tape on the bars here to essentially create a fairing. You can no longer tape your bars. The water bottles, I believe, Joe Skipper just did a video on this, but I believe the water bottles that he has that come up next to his face when he's down in aero, they're right nice and tight between his cheeks. I believe those might be illegal as well. So they're trying to crack down on any gains you might be getting by making parts for your bike. Woo, there she is, just in time. We're talking Ironman rule changes.
Ironman rule changes?
Yeah, you gotta stop putting that bottle down your kit. Well, I am done with the ride, off on the run, 5 miles, 7:25 to 7:45 pace. Let's talk about the last rule. It has to do with littering or dropping of gear. Water bottle falls out of your bike, or you throw some gloves down anywhere outside of a designated area near a aid station. The penalty for that is now 5 minutes or a disqualification. And I believe it's 5 minutes per incident, so you could be penalized multiple times. So make sure you're throwing your stuff away in a designated area near the aid stations. Don't get a penalty for that. Well, I'm done with the ride and the run. Knocked out the 5-mile run. To be honest, it didn't feel all that great. Felt like I was working pretty hard to hold that pace. Just, I think maybe a lot of the shoveling and the gardening work took a little toll on me. My back was definitely sore this morning. And I am back here at the dirt place to pick up another scoop of dirt, just getting a half scoop this time to fill in the rest of the planters. And there's no rest in sight today. I'm going to get home, clean up a little bit, gotta unload all of this dirt, fill up the planters. That way Christina can start to plant her tomatoes. And then she has an idea to have some additional planters built, which I was not prepared to do, but another day, another project.
Travel far I've longed for this place for so long. Now I lay me down and be long. And I breathe in the air fresh from the blessed Midwest. I am held by.
What's that?
Love ya.
I love you.
All right, well, I am going to end this video here. Got quite a bit done in the garden today and came in, actually ended up going and getting half a yard of dirt, came home, unloaded that to realize that I underestimated, went back, got a second full yard of dirt, which is basically a full load of the bed of my truck. Brought that, I've unloaded maybe a third of that, and we got a lot of the tomatoes planted. You guys stay out here, dog. This bed is full. It's going to have some zucchini and some beans and some eggplant and not sure what else. Here we have tomatoes, lots of tomatoes, lots of tomatoes, lots of tomatoes, lots of tomatoes. 27 tomato plants to be exact. Christina went a little overboard this year. I thought she went overboard last year, but she went even further this year. It's never enough tomatoes apparently. So got all of this done, went inside to get a drink. It had started to rain a little bit. Really weird weather here the last week or so. Just rain sporadically, not in the forecast, but started to rain. So went inside. Thought it might rain pretty hard because the clouds were pretty dark, but passed pretty quick. Sat down on my chair. Christina hopped on the phone and we talked about going to Home Depot to pick up some wood because we are going to build, I say we, she likes to say we, me, I'm going to build some more planter boxes back here in the corner. But while she was on the phone, I passed out cold. I don't know how long I slept. I must have slept like an hour and a half. So decided not to go to Home Depot and get the wood. I will do that tomorrow, I hope, maybe Monday. Tomorrow's a really full day. We've got soccer in the morning. We have volleyball in the evenings. I have a 12-mile run in the morning. And I can't even think about the 12-mile run right now, honestly. My legs are tired, shoveling all that dirt. My back is tired. And it's supposed to be a fast run. It is a progressive run, progressing down to 6:45 at the end. So I'm not looking forward to that. I'm gonna need to sleep and mentally prepare to take that on. But here in the corner, here and here, I'm going to build another box similar to these, but only 2 feet. These are 4, only 2 feet by 8 feet. Put them there and there, which will make room for at least 7 more tomatoes. Try to spread them out more this year. Last year, they grew so big, they start kind of encroaching on each other. So I love the garden, love eating the vegetables and the fruit and everything it produces. I really do, but it is a lot of work stacked on top of training, kids sports, all of that. And I'm just tired, and it was a lighter week. I'm only gonna end the week with maybe 14 or 15 hours of training, cut it back this week just because it was super busy. But that's it. Thank you everyone who likes the videos, all the new subscribers. I think we're less than 50, maybe like 40 people away from 12,000. So I am so greatly appreciative of all of you that have hopped on and subscribed. And those of you who leave comments on a regular basis, I truly appreciate it. I don't always get back to all the comments. As training's gotten busier, I try to at least thumbs up and like them and reply to as many as I can. But thank you so very much. And I'll see you in a few days. Don't eat my sprinklers.
Return again to my